Hi, I'm Rashmi and welcome to my show. Today we're going to do a special episode on yoga for runners. Since some of you have requested me to put this video out, I thought it would be best close to the marathon season. So we're going to start standing at the front of your mat. You're going to keep your back straight, keep your core engaged. Slowly inhale and raise your hands up. As you exhale, start bending forward and come into a flat back. So what's very important when you run is your posture. So you're going to stay in this flat back and slowly inhale and come up. You're going to do that once again. Exhale, slowly you bend forward, hold it, breathe, inhale, you come up. What tends to happen when you run is that you tend to slouch a little bit as you keep running long distances. So you want to keep trying to push your elbows to the back, push your chest out, keep your back straight, exhale, bend forward, inhale up. So doing this flat back exercise will give you a better idea of how you should not come into this position and arch your spine, but you want to feel the stretch in your hamstrings, lengthen your spine and straighten out. Inhale up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale up. Exhale, bend forward. And we'll go all the way down. Once you come down, hang loose, breathe. So if you notice, I'm not collapsing my spine completely. I'm still in a flat back, but my hands are relaxed. Stay here, hold, breathe. And let's slowly come back up. And slowly get your hands down. Okay, you're going to start by taking your right leg to the back. So you step back in a lunge with your right leg back. And we're just going to bounce a little bit. So what this does is you get a good stretch in your quads, your thighs, and you're also strengthening your legs. So we just bounce a few times. You can either keep both your palms down on the floor, or you can just keep one hand down on the floor. My right leg is back and my right palm is on the floor. From here, keep your left palm down, take your leg to the back and step your right leg forward. And we'll bounce again. So your right foot is forward, your left leg is back and your left palm is forward. Get your palms back on the floor, take your leg back and stretch in the inverted V pose or the downward dog pose. From here, you're going to increase the distance between your legs so that your feet are on either end of your mat and stretch. And slowly get your knees down on the floor. Relax in child's pose. From here, interlock your fingers behind your back and raise your hands up and stretch. So you want to try to pull your hands closer towards your head. If your hands are staying back and they're not stretching, you just have to keep working on getting them to extend forward to improve your flexibility. Slowly come back up, placing your palms on the floor. Your knees are on the floor. Curl your toes in, lift back up into the inverted V pose and stretch. You're going to slowly get your left leg forward in between both your palms and try to straighten your knees. So if you watch my feet now, my left foot is pointing towards the left side, my right foot is pointing straight. So your body should be aligned. Now turn the toes of your right foot in and try to touch your head to your knee. So this will give you a good stretch at the back of your legs and your hamstrings. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to bend your knee. So then you're not getting a hamstring stretch. From here, lift your right leg off your mat. Stay here and try and balance and hold. Breathe. Slowly take your right leg down on the floor. Grab hold of your left ankle with your left hand. raise your right hand up, coming up into Trikonasana. This will give you a good stretch on the right side of your waist as well as your left inner thigh. Ensure that your body is aligned and your left heel is in line with your right foot. Then you slowly come back up and do the same thing on the other side. So you turn your feet to the other side so that your right foot is pointing to the right side, left foot is pointing straight. You're going to first drop down, turn your foot and try and stretch. Again, you want to remember to keep both your knees straight, especially your right knee, which is forward. From here, you lift your left leg off your mat and stretch. Slowly get your left foot back down on the floor. Grab hold of your right ankle with your right hand and raise your left hand up, coming up into Trikonasana. You're going to try and open your position, keep your shoulders opened out. Both your knees are straight, your feet are aligned. If you feel wobbly, it's only because your feet are not in alignment with each other. So you need to keep your right heel in line with your left foot at the center of it. Slowly get your palms down on the floor. We'll walk to the center. So both your palms are on your mat. If you're not able to reach your mat, then you can hang wherever you're able to. Let's try and increase the distance now between your legs. Hold, keep breathing. Now, if you're able to stretch more, you can place your elbows on the floor. But remember, we don't want to get your elbows forward ahead of your mat. Try and place your elbows on your mat. If you're able to stretch even more, you can get your head down on the floor and stay there and hold. Okay, get your palms on the floor. Now you're going to lunge and sit on your right foot. So you're going to turn your right foot so that your toes point out. Bend your right knee and sit on it. So your left foot will be off the floor. You'll be on your left heel. Your right foot, you're going to try and keep it completely flat on your mat. If you're not able to, and if this is your position, then your alignment goes off because your knee is crossing your toe. So you need to be able to sit on it completely so you feel a stretch in your left inner thigh. From here we lift up, switch to the other side, stay here and stretch. Again, you want to ensure that your right heel is on the floor, is sitting down on your left foot. We're going to lift up, stay in the center and stretch a little bit more. Now you're just going to try and move your hip from side to side without bending your knee. So I am not lunging from side to side yet. I am just moving my hip. It's a very, very small movement, just moving it from side to side. So what you should feel is a gentle stretch in your inner thighs of both your legs. Your upper body is not moving, so I am not moving my head from side to side. My head stays straight, my gaze is forward. I'm just moving my hips. Now we'll start lunging with it. So you bend your right, come back center. Exhale, bend your left knee, come back center. So again, we're not doing a deep lunge, just slowly going into it. As you exhale, you lunge to your right, inhale up. Exhale, lunge to your left, inhale up. Exhale to your right, inhale up. Exhale to your left, inhale up. Slowly start getting your feet together. So again, you want to keep your knees straight. Try and grab hold of your toes and pull yourself a little bit lower and stretch. You're going to bend your knees and slowly roll up. Once you roll up, let's come up on your toes and just start pulsing up and down. This is just to warm up your calf muscles and also to strengthen them, strengthen your ankles as well. Keep your hands relaxed, shoulders relaxed. So we're just bouncing up and down, working on strengthening your calf muscles. And slowly relax. We'll do a calf muscle stretch. So you're going to get your left heel down on the floor. I'm going to bend your right knee. So my left knee is straight, my right knee is bent. I'm going to grab hold of the toe just under my left foot, and I'm going to grab hold of my left thigh. I'm going to push my left thigh down and pull my foot up. So when you do this push and pull action, you get a stretch at the back of your leg and your right knee will be bent. We'll try it on the other side. So you bend your left, straighten your right. Your toes are off the floor of your right foot. You press your right thigh down, push and pull. Slowly get your leg down and relax. From here, we'll go back to facing the front of your mat. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, come back into a flat back. Remember, when you're in a flat back, your feet will be hip distance apart. Stretch your hands out, breathe. Slowly get your hands all the way down. I'm going to come into a lunge once again, taking your right leg to the back. Stay there and stretch. From here, raise your left leg up, point it up to the back, and then you slowly get your left leg forward so that your left heel is close to your right hip bone. You're going to stretch your glutes out. So your glutes are the muscles which is at the side of your leg, which you really need them to be strong if you're a serious runner. So you're going to just get your head down on the floor, stay here. So when you're getting your left leg forward, you're stretching the left side of your glutes out. Let's slowly come up and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So you raise your right leg up, stretch your leg out as much as you can, and then you get your right foot forward so that your right heel is close to your left hip bone. Get your head down on the floor, stay there and stretch. So remember, when you're in this position, you want to be sitting on your foot. You don't want to open out your body too much. So your butt will be lifted off the floor slightly. Okay, you're going to slowly come up. You're going to take your right leg back and come into a plank position. So now you just want to come up, come forward on your toes, come to the tip of your toes so that you stretch your ankles out a little bit and push your heels to the back. Get your knees down and relax in child's pose. Okay, slowly come back up. We're going to do a few core exercises because you really need a strong core, and I think it's neglected a lot, especially among people who think that they only need strong legs. You need good posture for running as well. So we're going to keep your elbows on the floor, interlock your fingers, and you're going to raise your knees off the floor and come into a plank position. We're going to do the dolphin exercise. As you inhale, lift your hips up. As you exhale, you push your hips down. Come back into a plank. We're going to do it very slowly. Inhale, slowly lift up. Exhale, push down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, push down. Inhale, lift up.
Exhale, push down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Slowly get your knees down and relax in child's pose.
Let's come back. We'll do that one more time, just one more round. So again, elbows on the floor. Your elbows should be in line with your shoulders. Stretch your legs to the back and let's go. Inhale up, exhale down. 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 Inhale up, push your hips up, exhale, push down. We're going to stay in hold plank. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get your knees down. Walk your knees forward. Sit back. Then open your knees out this time and relax in child's pose. Slowly come back up. Okay, you're going to stretch your legs out on your mat now and lie down on your mat. Keep your knees bent, keep your feet on the floor, keep your abdominal muscles pulled in and tightened, and you want to breathe through your rib cage. As you exhale, slowly raise your hips off the floor, raise your spine off the floor, and as you inhale, you're going to slowly come back down. So what this is working on is strengthening your spine, strengthening the back of your legs and your butt muscles. Yeah, so we're doing the bridge pose, but we're doing variations. So we're just lifting up and coming down. Every time you lift up, you exhale. Every time you come down, you inhale. Let's try. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, down. Exhale 2. Inhale, down. Exhale 3. Inhale, down. Exhale 4. Inhale, down. Exhale 5. Inhale, down. Exhale 6. Inhale, down. Exhale 7. Inhale, down. Exhale 8. Inhale, down. Exhale 9. Inhale, down. Exhale 10. Inhale, down. From here, get your right ankle on your left knee. You're going to lift back up into the bridge pose and you're going to twist so that your knee goes close to your mat. You twist your spine. Slowly get your leg back. Come back down. You do it on the other side. Lift your hips up. Twist. Stretch. Slowly come back and relax. We're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana, or the lying down butterfly pose. Join your feet together, open your knees out to the sides, interlock your fingers, stretch your hands to the back. While you stretch your hands to the back, tighten your abdominal muscles and breathe. Now slowly get your hands to the sides with your palms in line with your shoulders. You're going to get your knees together. Let's take both your knees to the right side. Once you take your knees to the right, you grab hold of your left foot with your right hand. When you do this, you'll feel a stretch all the way from your spine, going down to your glutes, going down to your leg. And you're going to turn your head so that your head points towards the left. So you should feel a good stretch on your side, the side of your waist, your oblique abdominal muscles as well. Slowly come back to the center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So take both your feet, both your knees to the left. Grab hold of your right foot with your left hand. Turn your head so that you're looking towards your right. Your knee has to be straight. If you're not able to straighten your knee, you can do this, like how I've taken support of the window behind. Slowly come back to the center and relax. We're going to come back into Supta Baddha Konasana. This time you're just going to keep your hands by your sides. You'll breathe. Take a long deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Okay. Join your feet together, turn to your right side, and let's slowly sit up. Okay, we're going to sit with your feet together now, coming into Baddha Konasana. So join your feet together, just start moving your knees up and down. So what you want to do is you want to try and get your heels as close to you as possible. You relax your legs, breathe in. As you exhale, you bend forward. You want to remember that when you're bending forward, you're remembering not to slouch. You want to push your shoulders to the back, bend forward in a flat back position. I'll just show you how this looks from the side. So your feet are together, heels are closer towards you. From here, instead of slouching and trying to touch your head to the floor, what you're going to do is you're going to push your shoulder blades to the back, push your chest out and start bending forward. If this is your maximum, this is fine. You can just stay here and hold this. Your aim is not to touch your head to the floor, because if you aim to touch your head to your toes or to the floor, this is what ends up happening. What you should try and do is touch your chin to the floor. So you bend forward and stay. And slowly as you keep going, you'll be able to touch. Now, you can also place your palms on your knees so that they stay down. Okay, slowly come back up. Join your legs together and stretch. Let's point and flex your feet. Let's open out. Just rotate your ankles and reverse the rotation. We'll just do one last stretch for your quads or your thighs. It's one of my favorite poses. It's the Natarajasana or the dancer pose. So you stand up on your mat. You're going to stand with your left foot forward. So you're grabbing hold of your right ankle in both your hands. You're first going to stretch your right leg to the back. So the minute you push your right knee to the back, you feel a good stretch on your quads. From here, straighten your left hand forward and try bending forward so that you lift your right leg up and you bend your back forward. Slowly come back. We'll try it on the other side. So you grab hold of your left leg now. First you push your left knee to the back. So again, the minute you push your left knee, what happens is that you get a good stretch on your quads. Now stretch your right hand in front. Focus on a point in front of you and we'll start bending forward. Once you're done with your stretch, you can come back and relax. Just shake your legs out, shake your body out. So these are a few yoga and Pilates exercises that you can do before you start your run. I would recommend you to do this as a warm-up and then begin your run. So just to take you over what we worked on core strengthening, we worked on strengthening your glutes and just stretching them out, stretching your quads, stretching your calf muscles out, and we also did a few strengthening exercises for your legs, and also to improve your posture, straighten your back, to stretch your inner thighs out. I hope you enjoyed this video and this routine keeps you strong so that you can run well. Thanks for watching.